This one isn't about unrequited love. It's about almost. And it might just hurt more than rejection. And honestly, despite the title of today's video, I have no idea if he likes me back or not. So I've been going through a situation where there's just a lot of ambiguity, and not a lot of clarity, basically. And it comes with a lot of confusion and very high highs and very long lows. So in these sort of situations, when it's good, it's so good. You know, I'm talking to someone who understands me, who knows who I am. It's so easy to talk, and it feels like that moment when something clicks and you can talk with this person for hours without stopping, right? But then this is followed by like a long stretch of time where nothing really happens. Now, obviously I'm waiting, for the good times to happen again because I've seen what is possible. The good moments, they feel like the truth, It feels like even though this person has a wall up most of the time, is really quiet and closed off, I don't know if it's a facade, but the good moments is who they actually are. It feels like for once I get to know this person and they are letting me in to see the real them. And these moments, right, it feels like the truth, like I said, but it also feels like a trap because it is what's keeping me waiting in this loop. And now what I'm wondering is, are these good moments actually something worth feeling, something real? Or are they just a justification for me waiting around? And I honestly don't know. But I was journaling and I think that I'm a little bit tired of just sticking around, waiting for the good times again. And I've been really considering taking the initial first step to see if these good moments are really just spontaneous bursts of energy from both parties, or if it's a real strong connection that has potential to be something. And that's exactly the whole theme of what I'm feeling. That feeling of something, there's definitely something there, but that's just not enough for me to stand on it. I don't think I'm being delusional when I say that we're definitely not just two good friends. I feel like there have been moments, maybe in the past, maybe it's not, it doesn't apply anymore, but there is something there. I'm not being rejected, but I'm not being chosen either. It's like this emotional limbo that offers me no sense of clarity whatsoever. Now, I'm not worried about the connection, or at least it's not one of my top concerns right now, but it's the consistency. In that moment, the good moments, I am sure that I like this person. I am sure that this is not something I feel with everyone else. But then, the next day, when nothing happens and they just become cold again, or just whoever they were before, that's when I start to doubt my feelings. And so it becomes more of just oh, do they like me back or not? But more so, did we actually happen? Was I feeling the wrong things, or was I misreading the situation in the first place? That's how I feel when someone suddenly it's like they showed me, they gave me a house tour. It's like they showed me the deeper crevices of their mind, and then the next day the wall is up again. So I started thinking to myself, was it just a dream? Or was it not real at all? I guess a part of me kind of expected, to me, right? When you show someone who you are, it changes your relationship with them. I don't think I could expose myself to someone or really hang out with someone and then see them like a stranger again the next day. But now that I'm really thinking about it, I think I have done that before. But these are one of the things that I could just talk about for hours and you would reach no conclusion, because you're never really gonna know someone. You're never really gonna know why they behave the way they behave, because you're not them. The only person who's ever gonna know how you feel, how you think, is yourself. And that applies to everyone else as well. So that's why like there's really no point in trying to figure out why they're doing things or why they're behaving the way they behave or whether they like you or not. It's about what you choose to do, I think. And that's what I'm trying to like get at here. Now, another thing I wrote down is realizing the difference between being liked and being met halfway. So I'm someone who believes that any relationship, any couple can work as long as they both choose each other and they both love each other enough and are willing to put in the work, because really you can just compromise your way around that, around like any issues that come up. Even if you guys are long distance, if both people are choosing each other, then it's gonna work out. Like that's what I always believe in. So I was thinking like, was I wrong this whole time? But now I'm starting to think that maybe he just doesn't like me enough. That's kind of humbling. Wait. Like, it's really humbling to realize that someone can be romantically interested in you and not have the capacity to show up. Because even if the good moments feel like, who they really are, it's who they show up day to day that's gonna offer you. Like, that's the person you're dating. When you're looking for someone to date, it pains me to say this because I do want to date this person, but you're not dating the version of them that shows up every fortnight. You're not dating the version of them that is on call with you for 3 hours every fortnight, right? You're dating the version of them that shows up every single day. I mean, even if both versions of them are true, you can't choose which one you're dating. So you gotta be okay with dating all parts of them. I don't know if I'm making sense at all, but if you know, you know. So the question I'm asking myself, right, is this patience maturity, or is it just self-abandonment? And for some time, right, I've been kind of framing me waiting around and being patient as like, I'm giving them the space and I'm giving us the space to grow naturally into each other. But at what point does it become just like self-sabotage and just me kind of trying to not face my fears and just have the courage to just ask them straight up? If you have been in a situation like this, you know that it is draining. The limbo hurts more than a clear no, because it doesn't allow you to move on. You're stuck, basically. The only thing you can do after a rejection is to move on. You gotta know. But with this, it's kind of like you're always waiting for the exception, which is that part of them or that version of you guys that are compatible. You're always waiting for them to, feel like they want to talk to you. It's draining, but it does keep you waiting when the moments of chemistry is so good that you're willing to lose a little bit of self-respect and sanity and endure the mediocre versions of them with the hopes that they're gonna show up more. I don't know what I'm saying. So like after spending some time with this person in a group setting, I had to journal and I had to kind of self-reflect on what it is I'm actually so confused and anxious about. Because is clarity something that you ask for, or is it something you give yourself? Can you get clarity from a person? Because I feel like a lot of times I keep thinking like two people in a relationship both need to like communicate to each other and be clear to each other, but you can't ever really like make someone be clear, if they're not going to be clear. So I guess I'm going to try to be clear with my own feelings, and I thought I was. But, that's the thing about life. You're never really clear about anything. Things always come up that make you question yourself or change the way that you view things. So, I think what I'm going to try to do, and what I urge we all do a little bit more, is to seek clarity within ourselves and to really focus on what we can do in situations. Until next time, keep trying your best, because I'm clearly trying to. And I'll see you guys in the next video.